Hey everybody, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. This afternoon I'm going to be reacting to a video requested by Kyra Universal. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your YouTube handle correctly there, Kyra Universal. It's called Pro Blood, made on the CV11 YouTube channel. In fact, there's actually a playlist pertaining to Pro Blood, and I think I'm going to be reacting to one video today, and then I'll be continuing with the next video next week. Yes, let's see what Pro Blood is all about on the CV11 YouTube channel. And remember guys, if you want to check out the original video as well as CV11's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. And I will probably also create... No, you'll find it. You'll find my Pro Blood reactions on the... what is it called again? The games reaction playlist. Yeah, you'll find it there. I'll put the card at the top right here. Yes. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Remember how I did Shadow Warrior? Yeah, see, Shadow Warrior is a good game. Blood is better. I can't overstate how much I love Blood. I probably already did, but that was set against Blood 2, and Blood 2 is a poor introduction to the series that Blood 2 killed. Blood is one of the—
It looks like a pretty old game. Kind of reminds me of Marathon. Or, what's that other one? Strife? Or even Doom. Yeah, it kind of gives me that feeling about it.
best first-person shooters ever created. Like, in terms of where I would put it, it's way more fun than Half-Life. Sure.
Huh? Okay. Alright, let's see.
It doesn't rewrite how narrative is presented in first-person shooters, and it's not as important as Doom, but it's majestic, a delicacy of action gaming. The best game on the build engine, the holiest of the holy trinity. Hallowed be its name. Everything Duke and Shadow Warrior did, Blood did better. The atmosphere, the art direction, the action, everything. But it's also the hardest. Yeah, Shadow Warrior was hard. Blood is much, much harder. So hard that I'm not playing on the highest skill, which is extra crispy. That skill is meant for co-op, and I tried. I really tried. Here's where I got to.
There's a co-op option with the game. Interesting. Alright, so his holy top 3 games, Half-Life, of course, Blood, and what was it? Doom, right? Yeah, okay.
And here's what most of getting there looked like.
There's a lot of screaming in this game. People are being burnt. You're hearing just agony. Just screaming victims.
Take it, Bane.
Oh, is that the player character who's screaming like that? I thought it was the, the mobs here. Oh, okay, wow.
And here's the bill for the therapy I needed to recover from it. And here's the therapist who tried to help me. So we're doing this on Well Done. And if you're worried that it's not hard enough, you haven't played Blood. I've never beaten this on Well Done. Lightly broiled is like Shadow Warrior's
Lightly boiled, well done, extra crispy.
hardest skill, and Well Done is harder, and extra crispy is like playing a casual game of Minecraft while being set on fucking fire! Subtle differences between these skills. On Lightly Broiled, Blood's normal skill, cultists throw sticks of dynamite at you. On Well Done and extra crispy, cultists throw bundles of dynamite at you. The enemy reaction time gets lower and lower to the point where in extra crispy, as soon as you're in the enemy's field of view, you know immediately because one of 2 things happens. 1, the screen becomes a bright red color, or 2, you're dead. That's
And when it becomes a bright red color, it means you're dying. Very fast.
not to say the whole game is like that, because it only starts being like that maybe a third of the way through the first level. Oh, and we're using Blood GDX because democracy. Swear to God, I thought you guys would pick DOSBox just to fuck with me. I know, the lighting and the color and the shading is different in DOSBox with the software renderer, but Blood GDX plays the game in widescreen 1080p, a stable frame rate, not terrible mouse aiming, and also I don't have to worry about that weird difficulty glitch where if you load a game, right, what happens is the damage from the enemies changes in this weird way. I don't know how this happens. I don't know why it happens. I'm just a regular Joe who plays video games on the internet, obsessed with the minutia of how a 2-decade-old non-3D game engine works. Well done it is.
At least you can actually see, you know, the information in terms of the user interface. Well, it's not really an interface, but it's showing you the information on your health points and your ammo pretty, you know, in your face. You don't really have to look for it. It's right there. 100 health points and 0 ammo. Yeah. What the other box on the other side, on the right side, I don't know what's there. What's supposed to be there?
I live again.
Not for long. Unlike in Blood 2, you're not defenseless. Blood's weapons are mostly incredibly powerful. So there's 2 secrets in the first room. Some flares in here, and more importantly, dynamite.
Wait a minute. What is the premise of the game? Like, what's the story? Are you a vampire or a zombie that's reawakened?
Even attempt to play through Blood on a medium or high skill without learning how to toss dynamite. Hold down the fire button, keep it pressed if you want to throw it further. Don't hold it forever because it's burning down and you will die. Remember that Pro Wang episode where I talked about using grenades to shoot around corners to clear out suspicious rooms? TNT can work the same way. Now, primary fire won't bounce off a wall like a grenade, but secondary will. If you don't find that secret in the first room, you obviously didn't pay attention to the demo because it's in there. You get practice immediately because you get 2 zombies as soon as you exit the tomb. A well-placed dynamite bundle can kill them both. Pitchforking can take longer, but once you get the rhythm down, you're golden.
I think I'll stick to the pitchfork. I don't really trust myself with any explosives. So, yeah, I think I'll stick with the melee weapon and, you know, try my luck.
Sometimes you'll need to save ammo by doing this, which you'll see later, you know, until that's not an option anymore. Also, crouching. It matters. Unlike in Duke 3D and Shadow Warrior, and most FPS games now that I think about it, where crouching was mainly used for accessing ventilation shafts, in Blood the hits
Yeah, like Half-Life.
scanning enemies have a harder time hitting you if you're crouched. So if you're lucky, you'll have a few weapons by the end of the first level. Pitchfork, dynamite, and a flare gun. Primary fire shoots a flare, obviously. It sticks to an enemy and burns them.
Man, the fact that you can actually see the mobs running around as they've been caught on fire. That's crazy.
Burns them enough, they get set on fire and they run around screaming. It's awesome.
Man, you can even hear them scream, "It burns, it burns!"
Now, when well done, your average zombie needs to be shot twice with the flare gun.
And why would a zombie be screaming, "It burns, it burns"? You're dead.
Or you can cheat it by sticking them a couple of times to get their health down. If you have the ammo, the flare gun's secondary fire shoots 8 flares out in a diamond pattern. It is also awesome. If you're lucky,
I think this is a bit traumatizing. The more you watch it, like in terms of the people being caught on fire and running around, it really does look disturbing.
one of the cultists will drop a shotgun for you. It's one of the finest shotguns ever put into a video game. A sawed-off double barrel that Caleb reloads as fast as a gunslinger should, which is faster than most games' pump-action shotguns.
Wait, I'm confusing people here. I think it's the cultists who are screaming, you know, "It burns, I'm on fire." And it's the zombies who are just, you know, grunting, like, "Oh, yeah." Okay, I kind of mixed those up.
One well-placed hit with both barrels kills any cultist, probably a zombie too. This room in the funeral home will kill you the first time on a harder skill. I took a weird route inside at the beginning by going through a window and getting straight to the furnace room. This allows you a little more leeway in dealing with the bastards waiting for you in the main area. Once you jump on that altar, you get attacked by rats. Rats are awful. Tiny, hard to hit, will deal melee damage before you do and take like 5 hit points off. It's crazy.
So even when you have the pitchfork and you hit them, they will still get you first.
There's a million of them getting blown up. Then there's a super secret in the first level where you can get the napalm launcher, which is ludicrously overpowered.
Napalm launcher. Oh, okay. Like, well, is it going to be similar to like a flamethrower?
But so are your enemies, we'll get to that. Not every map has a super secret, but when they do, they have great shit in them, and you'll see a few of them in this video. On top of the mausoleum right at the beginning is the Guns Akimbo power-up, but you can't really appreciate it right now because all you have is a flare gun. Unless you got really lucky like I did and picked up a shotgun.
And you know how CV11 likes, you know, holding two guns, you know, two guns in a first-person shooter game. So yeah, he's really enjoying this game. He really enjoys it. Blood, I mean, yeah.
There's a couple secrets in the furnace room, a life seed in the furnace itself, which is 100 health points. Behind these barrels of corpses, there's a portable med kit. Get that, get it now, and bind it to a convenient key. There's also some flares if you pull down this saw. I'm taking the weird way into the funeral home, but I still want to show you how Caleb enters it.
Open for business.
What's his name? Caleb. Okay.
You hear that? That's Stephen Waite being amazing. You're gonna hear a lot of that. Duke can be cringy, Lo Wang can be a racist caricature, but Caleb, who would be a total edgelord if voiced by someone else, is instead the raspy gunslinging undead maniac we all know and love. A little on plot here, I've explained this before, but it's a quick refresher. Caleb meets Ophelia, falls in love, joins a cult that worships the dark god Cheogh, ascends to the high-ranking position of Chosen with a couple of other people, Ophelia, Gabriel, Ishmael, and then Cheogh has a bunch of monsters take the other Chosen while tossing you into the grave you wake up in at the start of episode 1.
Oh, so that's how you ended up in that casket. Was it a casket? Yeah.
I've taken your love. Now I will take your life. Consider my power in a hollow grave.
I don't want to get more into it yet. This is a game about, well, the game.
Okay, CV.
Wrong side of the tracks takes place mostly at a train station right next to the funeral home. Duck dive and make sure your aim is true, and toss that dynamite.
I don't know. Like I said before, I don't really trust myself with dynamite. I might just kill myself with dynamite. You know, I might not be sure whether I should throw it now or should I throw it later. Yeah.
Here's my favorite thing to do in the game, which is leading a crowd of axe zombies towards you, jumping back, tossing a bundle of TNT, and just barely escaping the splash damage. It's my favorite thing in any build engine game, but it takes mastery of the game's movement. It's a little floatier than Duke or Shadow Warrior. You kind of feel like you're bouncing around the way you land.
You have superpowers.
The subtle sway of the camera. It doesn't give you the impression of realistic movement, it gives you the impression of action movie movement. It's weird sometimes, but it's such a fucking rush I feel stupid for sitting here doing a voiceover for this video instead of playing it. No matter how this gets edited, it's more fun to play than watch. It's all in a subtle way your character's weapons and hands move and are animated. Here's the thing, right? I'm saving my napalm for right here. Watch this napalm launcher not only kill the cultist, not only kill the dipshit next.
Okay, but the napalm launcher is not like a flamethrower. That's what I assumed it would be like, but no, I was wrong.
To him, but also destroy the railing they're standing behind. I love it. Get ready, kids, because you're about to hit the wall.
So it's like a grenade launcher then, the napalm launcher. Yeah, it's like a grenade launcher.
If you're not a rampaging death machine by this point, as in halfway through the second level, forget it. Play on still kicking, because you're done. Never underestimate the value of your flare gun's secondary fire, because you get a ton of flares and clusters
Secondary fire?
of hit scan enemies die in seconds. You might notice how low I am on health. That's normal. There's a secret life seed out this window, take it. There's a secret in the kitchen in the cask of a Maniato grill, where you get the invisibility power up, and yes, you are completely invisible to monsters. And
Alright.
I always use this to breeze through a trap in this room here. The zombies and the cultists don't even notice that you're there, even if you toss bundles of dynamite at them.
So, the zombies and cultists, they're working together. They're not, you know, opposed to each other, and they're also opposed to your existence as well. Interesting. Surprise! Boom.
Shit, I missed one of those zombies. But it gives me an opportunity to talk about dealing with zombies. Hear this sound? That sound means the zombie isn't dead. He's gonna come back.
What?
Hear this one? That's the one. He's down for good.
Okay, so, he's not dead. Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Sound design, kids. And the way explosions work,
You gotta listen carefully.
it's not just one static splash. You know, like in Doom or Duke 3D, where it's just a cylinder. It's like an expanding sphere of damage that pushes things around. It's so much more dynamic than Shadow Warrior or Duke, but it's so fun. Explosions in this game have more weight than other build engine games. It's so fucking good.
So they kind of depict the shockwave that would be created from a small explosive, essentially. Yeah, but without the shrapnel.
Also, once this train comes in, walk down the tunnel here instead of exiting. Do it. It's good time. Now we're really into it. Phantom Express, the best train level in the Blood games. Get it? Because there's like 4 train levels in Blood 2 and they're all shit. Anyway, here's what I consider to be the first real absolute bloodbath in the game, the dining car.
I don't know anything about Blood 2, but hopefully in the Pro Blood playlists, you know, CV11 is also going to be playing Blood 2 so that I can also understand what's happening in that one. If he doesn't, then I will look into it as well. Blood 2.
In the room before it, you get a Guns Akimbo power-up and a life seed. A room full of hit scanners capped off with a ton of zombies. It'll take a few tries, but here's the thing. The satisfaction of conquering a brutally difficult room, not necessarily an unfair room if you understand the movement and the tools at your disposal. This is one of those levels that takes the real location in a primitive engine thing and runs with it. Everything happens on this train. And each car basically has 2 floors, so it's not an entirely linear map. Like when you reach the dining car in the back of the train, you get a key that opens the areas 2 cars ahead.
Oh, okay. Secret rooms.
You go upstairs, you see the kitchen and some other areas, and like I said, primitive, but it all fits together so well. Everything makes sense.
I really don't like the cultists screaming like this, you know. I don't know, it's just rubbing me off the wrong way. I don't, you know, when they catch fire, they are screaming in such a very horrific manner. Yeah, and now when you kill them with a shotgun, also, oh gosh, stop it.
Whoa. Just me.
Here's some private rooms. There's a storage compartment you can blow a giant hole into from the lower floor.
Now, how would I know about that if I were playing the game?
Or you can just take the elevator. But don't, because it's cooler to toss dynamite up there. Before you blow up this train, which you do, because of course, there's another super secret in this level that requires you to be basically psychic. See this area on the map that's empty? The designers put a secret room there.
Wow.
It's full of very, very useful stuff. It's a bitch to get to because you have to jump off the train in order to get it.
Risky. But I guess it's worth it.
But then you open the door, and... So even if you've cleared out the train, you still get to use your Guns Akimbo. The hits keep coming, another absolutely classic level. Full of carnival games, zombies, explosions, tricks, traps, and one giant battle inside of a tent with a pit of snakes in it. And here's what doing that battle correctly looks like.
Jojo. Oh my gosh.
if I stop to talk about the intricate, awesome design of these levels, like the fact that you can still explore some of the train you just fucking crashed, this video would go on forever. You know how badly Blood 2 is designed? Blood 1, conversely, is designed so much better that it hurts. Here's the Reflective Shots power-up. I'm gonna show it to you now that I can actually get some use out of it. Reflective Shots is a creative, fun little item that makes enemies' attacks bounce off you and instead hit them. Even rats. I wish it showed up more, it's fun. You meet the gargoyle, who takes a pounding from bullet weapons, but it's weaker to fire. The way it moves is a pain in the ass. I usually save napalm ammo just for them, because blowing them apart is super satisfying and setting them on fire is even more satisfying.
They don't scream.
Once you've cleaned out the carnival, you could go straight to Hallowed Grounds, but this is pro-blood, so we have to go to House of Horrors.
Over the lips, through the gums, look after me, here I come.
Look after me, here I come.
Welcome to the hardest level of Episode 1. Stuffed to the brim with enemies. There's even an unforgiving underwater section that I skipped by jumping past. This underwater area is hell. All these zombies show up here, right, and they follow you underwater, along with a Tommy gunner, and all these bone eels, and you're way slower underwater, naturally. Just fuck this part. I don't care if you get a diving suit, you don't really need it.
Wait, are the zombies walking in underwater? Okay, alright.
Much in this episode anyway. Be ready to die. A lot. Yeah, you need to crouch and toss explosives and bounce bundles of TNT around and use everything in your arsenal to its full potential. Kill everything. Especially the mimes. If House of Horrors is the hardest level, it's only because they loaded it up with hit scanners and tight corridors. Hallowed Grounds is a little more generous. It's still a bitch to play. This is where Episode 1 starts to slide for me because it gets very hard. Full of cultists, whole rooms of enemies that can kill you in a second flat if you're not quick and careful, and traps. Those jump boots saved my life here a couple of times. Press J to activate them, and they drain as long as you're wearing them. So what I do is
Okay, so on the other side, you are shown your inventory, like what you have in terms of like the jump boots, for example. But then what are the other gauges that I see there? I see red with 77, blue with 53. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what those ones are.
tap J, get the high jump, and then immediately tap J again to turn it off. Unless I have to negate any fall damage. Using the jump boots like this lets you make the most of every second you have them.
2 portals lead to certain...
So what, they don't stay for long? There's a time limit? Or the amount of time you can use it, and then it's finished?
Next is, I forget what this level is called. It's the second temple level. Oh, yeah, the Great Temple. Okay. Hallowed Grounds was a castle. This one is a temple. They're pretty similar. They're both hard as fuck. This one gave me a little more trouble because I was running low on ammo.
All the way from attempt 1, 2 to 6 now. Attempt 9. Man, there's just too many zombies. You gotta keep moving. In one place for too long.
Somehow this temple is above the clouds, and if you jump down with the jump boots on...
Wait, are those clouds? Okay. I thought that was like water or something.
You're still gonna die, but you can get this cool message.
Who is... Okay, this is like a totally deep hole. Alright.
Dude, this is a totally deep hole. Yeah!
This part might convince you to never jump into the clouds
I don't get the reference. I'm sorry.
again, but a little later you do just that, a leap of faith.
What?
Yeah, I've only been playing this game for 20 years.
Wow.
This secret gives you most of the episode 1 weapons and power-ups. And super armor. I haven't even explained the armor system yet. Okay, so you get 3 types of armor. Basic armor, good against standard attacks.
Oh, so that's what it is there. Okay. The blue basic armor.
Spirit armor, good against magical attacks. And fire armor, which is self-explanatory. Super armor gives you 200 points of all of these. But now we're headed for the episode 1 boss, Cheogh.
Cheogh. Looks like a gargoyle.
Cheogh? Kach? Kach.
Cheogh. Cheogh.
Is that Yiddish? A big stone gargoyle. But first, Stefan Waite needs to earn that paycheck.
Ophelia?
Whoa.
Show yourself! Show yourself!
Yeah, it's a little heavier and better
Who is that?
delivered than, say,
I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
get yourself some jump boots. There's some at the bottom of the arena. Once the gargoyles come out, jump up there and you'll get a Guns Akimbo power-up and some ammo. You'll need it. There's a window on each side of the arena with a secret that'll give you the opportunity for full health and armor. You'll also need those. Fun fact, a boss's hit points go up a lot depending on the skill. On the easiest skill, he has a modest 2,500 hit points. Then he jumps another 900. Then another 1,700 more for lightly broiled. On well done, kick it up another 1,200 points. So he has more than double the health on well done, and I noticed because I put everything into him. Maybe 80 shotgun shells, like 400 bullets, a few dozen flares, another 15 bundles of TNT, and I only died once.
So, wait a minute. The person who's crucified there, is that, Cable's wife?
You can mostly circle strafe to avoid his attacks.
Sleep, Ophelia.
Ophelia. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's his wife.
Caleb's not convinced though, so when he's done burning his girl's body, he double taps to make sure.
I mean, she might turn into a zombie or something. Oh, I thought I thought he was going to, make sure that his wife or is it his girlfriend is dead permanently because she might turn into a zombie. But he was actually going back to what's his name? Cheogh. Yeah.
Hi kids, Civvy again. If you didn't already leave once the credits started rolling, I appreciate it. And I want to give a shout out to my ever-growing list of patrons who keep me well-stocked in cigarettes and fentanyl. And for that, they saw this episode on Friday. If you'd like early access to episodes, you too can give $1 a month on Patreon using the link in the description and your parents' credit card. There's other ways to see it
Your parents' credit card.
early, but you'd have to be down here with us.
Alright guys, that is it with the first video of Pro Blood. Yeah, this game is quite old, but it does look like it's also fun. Like I said before, it kind of reminds me of Strife, or maybe even Marathon, or Doom. Yeah, in terms of the variety of weapons that you were able to get are also quite extensive. However, like I said before, I don't think I would use the dynamite as much as CV11. He seems like an expert in how to throw them, when to throw them, how to utilize them perfectly in terms of, when the mobs are crowded together, he's able to throw the dynamite right in their faces and kill as many of them as possible. yeah, I'm not sure with myself if I'll be able to do something like that. I tend to think a lot, maybe too much to my own detriment, and then they'll kill me in no time. So yeah. Also, in terms of the flare gun, I don't think I've seen any first-person shooter game using flare guns as a weapon, you know. And the fact that in this game, once you fire the flare guns at the zombies or at the cultists, they start catching fire. That's quite interesting. Also, in terms of how they die, the mobs, as they screaming out in pain and suffering, and yeah, that's going to give me nightmares, especially with the cultists. The way they're screaming, it will just give me nightmares. The zombies, it's fine. It's not really that scary. It's just funny, in fact. But the cultists, it's a different story. The way they're screaming, the way they're also running around, on fire. Oof, it's bad. It's really, really bad. But yeah, it looks like it's a very fast-paced first-person shooter game. You can't stay in one place for too long. You have to keep moving. It seems like you will get no rest. Or maybe it's the way CV11 is playing the game, because it seems like it's very fast. Everything's moving so fast. But yeah, if it is a type of first-person shooter game where you can't stay still for too long, I am going to be dying a lot of times in a game like that. I'm going to be dying a lot of times because I need to, rest, take stock about how much ammo I've got, my health points, and other inventory information that I might need. So yeah, I don't know whether it's the way that CV11 edited the game play, or is it this way exactly? Like, you have to just keep moving and keep killing. But yeah, I'll have a very difficult time to play this game if you have to always keep moving. And yeah, in terms of Cable and his storyline, I think I still need to know more about it, to learn and understand more about it. But I can see that the game is not really focused on story basis. It's mainly just focused on the action, the killing, and the destruction of either cultists or zombies, or gargoyles. And yeah, it's mainly just purely focused on its action side of it. Is it better than Half-Life? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe I'm being biased because I played Half-Life and I enjoyed Half-Life gameplay. So yeah, I can't really say it's better. This is CV11's preference. He likes it. That's okay. But for me, I think Half-Life is still number one. Yeah, I think Half-Life is still number one compared to this game. Maybe I might change my mind as we continue on with the playlist. But for now, Half-Life is still on the top. Alright guys, that's it with part 1 of Pro Blood. Remember, I did specify that I'm going to be continuing on with the other videos in the playlist as the weeks go by. So keep an eye out for that. Yes, I will create a playlist for it. I will create a playlist for Pro Blood as soon as I react to the next episode or next part. And you'll probably find it at the top right here for future, future reactions to Pro Blood. You'll probably find the playlist card at the top right here. Yes. Remember guys, if you want to check out the original video as well as CV11's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. Thank you again to Kyra Universal. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your YouTube handle name correctly. Kyra Universal for the request. Pro Blood looks like it's going to be an interesting first-person shooter game. And yeah, let's see the game that CV11 holds in such high regard. Let's see what happens in it and how it all ends. It's going to be interesting, I think. If you like my reaction, give it a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay?